I look like the one lady from Shrek, you know, who had like the really dark eyebrows and the really bold lip liner. But it is noon and my car thermometer says it's 100 degrees. Okay, it's 99 because the car's just been sitting in the sun. But I have been in a rut past couple of days because it's like my allergies and I'm tired and I'm bored and I just don't know what to do, and I've not been sleeping well. Wow, I sound like a disaster, but yeah, happy new week. But it's noon and I always feel like I get ready too late, and then I'm like, okay, it's too late to do things even though it's only noon or like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, you could just wait and try again tomorrow if you like wake up earlier, but then you never set an alarm and then you never do it. So I'm trying to get out of the habit of telling myself, oh, I'll go and do this when I like wake up earlier, or it's too late to do it now. It's not too late to do it now. I'm gonna go to Ossatog State Park. Is it the best time to go right now? No, I'm probably gonna get there at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's gonna be hot as shit, like the hottest part of the day, worst time to go there. But I'm going because what's the point of not going? And I'm just waiting for my car to kind of adjust a little bit. And I'm bringing my notebooks, my book with me. I have a thing of grapes. But I got this book at the library, How Artists Work, Daily Rituals, by Mason Curry. And I opened it this morning, and it opened to Toni Morrison. And I'm just like, how did the universe know me so well? But it was kind of like how Toni Morrison only wrote when she had time to. And because she was so busy, she had a career, she had kids, she had a whole life outside of just writing. And I'm like, okay, work. Like, I have so much free time and I don't write or create or do anything. I'm like, I consume media, like TV shows, books, movies all day long. But I also don't feel like I'm consuming anything. I don't know. I'm going through a midlife crisis, quarter life crisis, but we're gonna go to the beach, Ossatog State Park. I want to see if I can find any of the wild horses. So I finally made it like into the park. I think I was in line for like 20 minutes, like with the cars, and it is $25 to get into the park for like a day pass, and the day pass lasts a week. So if like you come every day for a week, that's not that bad. But that line sucks. Like, most of the people in front of me had like passes, so they were just waiting all that time just to like show the person their pass to get in. I'm back in the car. It is hot outside. Yeah, it's a nice beach. I did some reading, did some writing, but I'm not a person who does well in heat, so I'm not going to push myself. And I need to get gas. But I just stopped at the first beach once I got through the entrance, so I'm gonna drive and like look at the others. So this one was mostly people and not horses. So let's go find some horses maybe. It is July now, it's July 3rd. I am kind of behind on filming for this week. It's Sunday already. And I went to the beach on Wednesday and I've just kind of been like staying around. I am leaving Maryland on Tuesday. So like at the end of this video, by the time the next video comes out, I'll be in Pennsylvania and it'll be like a new chapter in my life. And I feel like a lot of my videos, I'm always like, oh, new chapter, we're moving. But I'm gonna be in Pittsburgh until at least I think December. I'm going there to not only like visit my grandparents, but my parents are coming, and my dad's coming, then he's going for 2 weeks, and he's coming again, and then my mom's gonna be coming for 3 weeks. So that's like a month and a half of them coming from Hawaii to be in Pennsylvania, because we're renovating a house that we just got the keys for, and that's very exciting. And it's gonna be like the house mainly that I'm gonna be in charge of like picking out colors and designing. So that's gonna be exciting, but it's gonna be a new phase in my life where I'm gonna like look to get an in-person job. I'm going to kind of like create a life for myself, which I haven't really done in really the places I've moved. I've created routines, I've explored, but I've never like actively sat down and like, okay, let's sign up for like a cooking class, let's sign up for like a dance class that I'm gonna be going to for more than just like one time. So that's kind of what I want to do with my time in Pennsylvania, besides like learning how to renovate a house for my dad, which will be exciting because I'm going to be learning like electricity, how to use power tools, doing the plumbing. Like this house, we're gonna have to like, we're starting from scratch. There's not even a toilet. Like my dad's like, the first thing we're doing is like replacing the locks, putting in a toilet, making sure the windows are sealed, and making sure the furnace works. Because if I'm gonna be there during the winter in Pennsylvania, it gets cold. It's gonna be in like the negatives. So having a furnace that works is gonna be a necessity. But yes, that's kind of like where I'm going. And it is the start of a new month, and something that I like to do when I remember to do it is check out some poetry about the month we're going into. So I thought I would read some for you guys. So some of these are nice, some of these are kind of like depressed, but that is poetry. So here's one by Ali Ray from her Holler collection. Then came July, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hot and listless and miserable. And I just really love the kind of image of that I get in my head. When I read that for the first time, I'm like, yeah, July is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's hot. It's like, it's the middle of the year. It's the middle of the afternoon. Like that kind of feeling of where you are is how I think July is summarized by Ali Ray. So I really like that. And then here is Richard Silkin from his Crush collection. Midnight June, midnight July. They've been going at it for days now, getting the bullet out. And it's kind of like that same feeling, that same hot and listless and miserable, which I know it's horrible, but I'm inside right now in the air conditioning. I go outside, it is hot. I am not a happy person outside. Like my hair, poofy, frizzy. I'm not a happy person outside. And then here's one by Franz Kafka from the Diaries of Franz Kafka. This is how you know we're going into hot and listless and miserable. Him, 1 July. The wish for an unthinking, reckless solitude, to be face to face with only myself. Yeah, he's like, I'm hot and I don't want to be bothered. But that is mostly Kafka. But here is another one. This is July by Kristen O'Keefe Apowitz. And this one is more food themed. I love food themed poetry because it's not only like the emotion behind the idea of like sharing a meal with someone, but it's the texture, the taste, the smell, and the imagery. So food and the eating of it takes up so much of our senses. And I just love how in poetry that's written. So this is Apowitz's July. The figs we ate wrapped in bacon. The gelato we consumed greedily. The gelato we consumed greedily. Coconut milk, clove, fresh pear. How'd we dump hot espresso on it just to watch it melt, licking our spoons clean. The potatoes fried in duck fat. The salt we'd suck off our fingers. The eggs we watched get beaten till they were dizzying bright yellow. How their edges crisped in the pan. The pink salt blossom of prosciutto we pulled apart with our hands, melted on our eager tongues. The green herbs with goat cheese, the aged brie paired with a small pot of strawberry jam. The final sour cherry we kept politely pushing onto each other's plates, saying, "No, you, but it's so good, no, it's yours." How I finally put an end to it, plucked it from the plate, and stuck it in my mouth. How good it tasted, so sweet and so tart. How good it felt to want something and pretend you don't, and to get it anyway. And I just love this poem. Like this poem makes me hungry. This poem makes me want to go to the grocery store. And that's the kind of energy I want to keep going in July. Like that happiness of sharing a plate. Because I'm going to be like with my grandma, I'm going to be with my parents, my aunt and uncle and their kids are going to be there, are coming down to spend some time at my grandma's. My grandma's neighbor, she's gonna be staying with us because she's getting some surgery done and she just needs help for a few days. So I'm gonna be like with her. A lot of my extended family also lives in Pittsburgh, so I'm going to be seeing them. And so I know that I'm going to be entering into a time of my life when the kitchen's never going to be quiet, it's never going to be clean, it's never going to be empty, and I'm so excited for that. And it made me think about this other poem that I have loved for ages, and it is The Orange by Wendy Cope. And I feel like this is like one of those more popular poems that you've probably heard, and I think I've probably talked about it before, but this is The Orange. At lunchtime, I bought a huge orange. The size of it made us all laugh. I peeled it and shared it with Robert and Dave. They got quarters and I got a half. And that orange, it made me so happy, as ordinary things often do. Just lately, the shopping, a walk in the park. This is peace and contentment and snoo. The rest of the day was quite easy. I did all the jobs on my list, and I enjoyed them and had some time over. I love you. I'm glad I exist. And I read this poem whenever I'm just like, okay, what am I doing with my life? And I'm like, you can go buy an orange. That's what you could do with your life, and just figure it out from there. And again, that's the kind of energy I want to bring into July, where I'm going to be very social, which is going to be very, not new for me, but it's going to be something I have to get used to again. Because I do spend a lot of my time alone, but usually, like this past year, I had done a lot of writing, I had done a lot of like creating and exploring, but I feel like I've settled into kind of complacency where I haven't had something to give my attention to. Like, I've started trying to write again, but it's not something that is as easy as it used to be. Oh, that's a cat. Okay. It's not something that's as easy as it used to be for me, and it's something that I want to work on getting back into. And like loving poetry and referencing it and journaling, I want to like find the things that bring me joy again and seek them and share them. So here's hoping for the future of me being curious. I need to start packing, actually, and cleaning, because today, July 3rd, tomorrow, July 4th, and then on the 5th, I want to be gone in the morning. Happy 4th of July. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I needed to do errands today, and my only 2 errands were to go to the library and drop off the books I've got since I've been here. Went and did that. They're not even open yet, so there's like nobody in the parking lot. And then I need to go to the Dollar Tree, and I just want to get some snacks for the road trip. That is it. And then I just need to clean the house today. But they have this poetry box like out front that the library puts like local poetry in, and nothing's been in it this whole time. Today there is a poem. So it's The Dance, written by Jean, and it's to Kat from Jean. The way you piled the dishes, moved gently to the foyer, slanted blue hydrangeas. To soak more sun was the graceful pirouette of your daily dance. It was cooking, cleaning, driving back and forth, the common things of you and I, the longings to come home. It will be evening soon. The circle of the sun will open to the stars. The doors will swing with cries and laughter of the children. At the steering wheel rest, we blend and dance again. And I thought that was so cute. Like, Kat, Jean loves you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, and I think it's nice, it's like blue hydrangeas, because like looking at like the things around here, there's blue hydrangeas, and I think there's like purple and pink ones in the garden at the house I'm at, so cute. Love it. Love it. But now we're gonna go to the Dollar Tree if it's open, because again, it's the 4th of July. I don't know if things are open today. And we're gonna get some snacks for tomorrow. So I'm gonna be driving a lot, and I don't want to pay $6 for a bag of chips when I can get it for $1.25. Good morning, everybody. I think it's about 7 in the morning, but I'm basically just waiting for the laundry. The dishwasher also did not run last night, so we're waiting for the dishwasher. We're waiting for the people to pick up the trash so I can put the cans back. But then I can go The whole house is clean. The car is packed. And it's about like a 6 hour and 20-minute drive from here, which it took me 8 hours to get here. And I was like, what? And I like reversed it. And when I reversed it from Pennsylvania to here, it was 7.5 hours. I'm like, and then I reversed it again, 6 and 20 minutes. I'm like, what? So they have me on like a different route on the way back. I'm like, okay, so somehow this different route is an hour less. Why didn't you bring me on this one on the way down? So I guess this is just like your warning to check Google Maps in reverse when you're going somewhere, because it might be quicker for some reason. Like, it's the same amount of miles. It's like 340 miles. That's how many it took to get here. And look, why is it the same amount of miles, but less time? Make it make sense. But yeah, I'm happy to get going. I made like a whole playlist last night. It's like, again, because I thought it was going to be like 7.5 hours. It's a 7.5 hour playlist where I have like podcasts and poems interspersed. So there's like different vibes throughout the drive. And I know I'm like going to get annoyed within like the first 3 songs and like change to a different playlist. But the intention was there. The intention was there. Are we currently in an 80s rock kind of phase right now? Yes. Is that because of Stranger Things? Most likely. Most likely. Yeah. I have to wait for the laundry. Then I have to wait for the dishwasher. Then I have to wait for the trash cans. And it's the day after 4th of July. So I'm just like, it's the recycling guys. Only one guy. This does not seem very efficient. I am still waiting on the trash man. I can literally hear the garbage truck. Like, you know how, like, hydraulic brakes, like, they're noisy? I can hear them. Where are they? The garbage truck came, but it's only doing the other side of the road. So, trash guy came, and like as soon as I'm like locking the door to leave, the meter guy is here to check the meter. So I'm like, that timing, crazy. Let's get going. But we made it here all right. It was 6.5 hour drive, and ended up being about 7 hours, even with stops, which I think that's pretty good. I stopped once, got gas, got back on the road, and like right before I got here, I had been thinking of like, I should stop at the fruit market. I should get my grandma. By the way, that's where I am, my grandma's house. I'm like, I should get my grandma some fruit. I shouldn't show up empty-handed. I got her some cherries. I got her some like southern peaches, and I didn't even like look at the prices. I'm like, it can't be that expensive. $21 for a bag of peaches and a bag of cherries. Oh my god. And there's like 3 people like at the cash register, and they're just all watching me. So I'm like, I can't be like, run that by me again. I'm like, okay, here's my card. Here's my gift. Like, it's obviously close up. Those cherries, those were delicious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but we're here. We made it. And I guess it's also the end of the week. It's Tuesday, so tomorrow is a new day and of me figuring stuff out. So I can do like a preview for next week, what we're doing. So we're getting the keys for the house we're renovating. My dad's coming, so I'm getting the airport. We're gonna go thrifting, we're gonna go shopping. I wanna like go to some new restaurants. So that was lame. That was like Debbie Ryan lame. Yeah. I am tired. It's only like 8 o'clock right now. That drive made me tired. Like cleaning, packing, making sure everything was ready made me tired. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's just all zoomed in. but I'm gonna go sleep now, and I'll see you next week.